Hey guys, what's up? It's Cubey time, and in today's video we are going to be doing a 5x5 mega comparison. In this mega comparison video, we will be comparing 5 of the best 5x5s on the market to find which one is superior to all the others. There are plenty to choose from on the market, but these 5x5s that we will be going over today include the Moyu Huachuang, the Moyu Aochuang, the Yuxin 5x5, the Cyclone Boys 5x5, and the Shangshao 5x5. To compare these 5 puzzles, we will be using 4 categories: general info, speed and feel, corner cutting and lockups, and design flaws. In each category, the cube will receive a point on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the best, and the cube that has the most points at the end is the best cube. So let's just get this started. To start off the general info category, we're going to be going over the Shangshao 5x5. The Shangshao 5x5 can be picked up at the cubicle.us for $10 and is the standard size of 63mm on each side. The cube comes with its pretty crappy Shangshao shades, which are prone to chipping and peeling, and can be picked up in white and black plastic only. Overall, I give the Shangshao 5x5 a 3 out of 5 in the general info category because it has very low quality stickers that chip and peel. Now onto the Cyclone Boys 5x5, which can be picked up at the cubicle.us for $13 and is advertised at 63.6mm. Cube comes with Shangshao Dian stickers that are not prone to chipping or peeling and is available in black and stickerless plastics. Overall, I give the Cyclone Boys 5x5 a 4 out of 5 in this category because of its awesome sticker shades and great price. Now to the Yuxin 5x5, which can be picked up at the cubicle.us for $17 and is the standard size of 63mm. Stickers that come on this puzzle are excellent. They have great shades and are great quality. Another good note for this puzzle are the outer layers are a lot thicker than the inner layers, and the flooring cuts on the outer corners are a lot thicker. And this cube is available in white, black, and stickerless plastic. Overall, I give the Yuxin 5x5 a 5 out of 5 points in this category because it has basically everything as good as it can get. Now onto the Moyu Aochuang, which can be purchased at the cubicle.us for $33, which is a pretty expensive price and is the size of 62mm. It does come with the normal Moyu shades that I will go over in the Huachuang, but when I got this puzzle, it was stickered like this. And this puzzle comes in white, black, primary stickerless, and pink stickerless. Overall, I give the Moyu Aochuang a 3.5 out of 5 for its ridiculous price, but basically in this category nothing else is wrong with it. And last but not least, the Moyu Huachuang can be picked up at the cubicle.us for a ridiculous price of $38 and is the size of 62mm. This cube comes with the standard great quality Moyu shades and is available in white, black, and stickerless. And finally, I give the Moyu Huachuang a 3.5 out of 5 as well because its price is the only thing that is wrong with it. So here are all the ratings for the general info category. Now let's go to the speed and the feel category. So let's just start off with the Shangshao. This cube is very nice. The feeling is very crispy and crunchy and very satisfying. I really enjoy the feeling of this puzzle. It is very fast. It can do 180 degrees with one flick, like U2s with one flick. And overall, it's a really nice puzzle. Overall, I give this puzzle a 4 out of 5 points in this category because I love the speed and the feel of it. The Cyclone Boys 5x5 is also very nice. It is definitely the fastest of all the 5x5s, able to pull off over U2s with one flick, especially on the inner layers. This puzzle is extremely fast. The feeling of it is like a very broken in and heavy lube Shangshao, but it's not slow. It is a very nice feel that I really enjoy, but it has kind of a wobbly hold to it. Like as you're holding the puzzle, it kind of feels a little bit wobbly in your hands. So in the speed and the feel category for the Cyclone Boys 5x5, I could give it a 4 out of 5, bumping it up to 8 out of 10 possible points. Now onto the Yuxin or Yuxin 5x5. This puzzle has my favorite feel out of all the 5x5s. It is so smooth and silky. It just flows so nicely on the inner and outer layers. The speed is great. It can do U2s with one flick on the inner and outer layers. It is awesome, and I really, really love the feeling of this puzzle. So in this category, I give the Yuxin 5x5 a 5 out of 5 points again because I utterly love the feeling and speed of this puzzle. On to the Ouchwang. The Ouchwang has a pretty fast and smooth feel. It's pretty bumpy and feels kind of sluggish, but it is very, very crunchy and crispy, yet smooth when turning. The speed of this puzzle is a tiny bit slow, but it's very controllable. I find during solves that I don't lock up because I'm able to control the layers a lot better. So overall, I give the Ouchwang a 4 out of 5 points in this category because all of the layers on it are very controllable and have a great feel. Now on to the Hwachwang, which is comparable to the Yuxin definitely. It has a great smooth and crispy feel that I really, really enjoy. The layers on this puzzle are very, very fast and can perform U2s on the inner and outer layers. Overall, this puzzle is just a really good turning puzzle, and I put it up there in the top 5x5. So for the speed and the feel category on the Moyu Hwachwang 5x5, I give it a 5 out of 5 points in this category. So let's take a look at the standings after round 2. We have the Moyu Hwachwang right here with 8.5 points out of 10 possible points, the Ouchwang with 7.5, the Yuxin with 10 out of 10 points, which has never happened in my history of doing these mega comparison videos, the Cyclone Boys with 8 out of 10 points, and the Shangxiao with 7 out of 10 points. Now the comparison is not over yet, so let's just see which cube comes out on top in the corner cutting and lockups category. As always, starting out with the Shangxiao, which is, I'm already going to say, lacking in this category. It can only corner cut about one piece and not very much more. On the inner layers, if you cut more than about this much, it will just lock up like this. But that's okay. Reverse cutting is basically non-existent at about 1/8 of a piece, so it's basically non-existent. During solves, this cube kind of locks up. I mean, if you turn accurately, it won't lock up, but due to the lack of corner cutting, it's prone to locking. So I give the Shangxiao a 2 out of 5 points in this category, bumping it up to 9 out of 15 possible points. The Cyclone Boys is not much better than the Shangxiao. It can do about one piece. On the inner layer, same thing, but it will lock up if you do a little bit more. It has just the little tiniest bit of reverse corner cutting on the inner and outer layers. Solves, this cube does not lock up that much. With accurate turning, it performs very nicely, and overall is a pretty good puzzle. So in this category, I give the Cyclone Boys 5x5 a 3 out of 5 points. The Yuxin 5x5, which corner cutting is much better. It can do a little bit over a piece on outside layers, but still on the inside you will get this lockup if you try to corner cut a lot. Reverse cutting is over a half a piece, and you can even force it to almost a full piece sometimes on the inner and outer layers. So overall, I give the Yuxin 5x5 a 4 out of 5 points in this category, bumping it up to 14 out of 15 possible points. Corner cutting on the Ouchwang is absolutely great. It can do over 2 pieces on the outside layers, which is absolutely great. Sometimes you have a little bit of a struggle doing it, but just the fact that it can do it is awesome. You still get this lockup when you perform that corner cutting, but it's still okay. The reverse corner cutting is awesome at over a half a piece on the inner and outer layers, and during solves, this cube does not lock up at all, really. I mean, you do get some of these catches sometimes, which can result in pops, but we'll talk about that in the next category. So in this category, this cube receives a 4.5 points because it is a little bit better than the Yuxin, but not perfect. The Moyu Hwachwang is also very good at corner cutting. It can do almost over 2 pieces on the outer layers, and it has slightly fixed this issue of the lockup right here, but sometimes it can still happen. But overall, it is mostly fixed. The reverse corner cutting is awesome. It can do about just about over a little bit of a half a Cubey. And on the inner layers, it is also very good at over half a Cubey. This cube does not lock up during solves, nor does it pop like the Ouchwang. But the Ouchwang does have a little bit more ease when corner cutting, I will say so. The Moyu Hwachwang also receives a 4.5 points out of 5 points because it is far from perfect in corner cutting, but is also extremely good. And again, the ratings for the third round are listed below. Now let's go to the last category before this video is extremely long. I thought I would do this all at once with all the cubes, just to bring in a little suspense for which cube wins at the end. So this is the design flaws category, and this basically means anything that is just annoying about the cube. So let's just start off with the Shangxiao. The Shangxiao pops a lot. It is very easy to pop and lock up during solves, and it's just not that good. The Cyclone Boys doesn't pop, but it does lock up a good amount, and it's one of those lockups like that. The Yuxin also locks up during solves, but does not pop, but not nearly as much as these two. This cube the Ouchwang definitely locks and pops during solves. It is a very easy puzzle to lock up, and it just gets completely deformed when it is locked up. The Hwachwang is the only one that I can safely say from all these puzzles does not pop and or lock up during solves that much. It doesn't lock up very much at all. It has never really popped. It is by far the best cube in this category. So now I'm going to give you the conclusions and final statements and final scores of all these puzzles in order in which they rank. So in last place we have the ShengShao with 11 out of 20 possible points. As of now, the ShengShao is kind of obsolete considering that there are many better 5x5s for a similar price. Then we have the Cyclone Boys 5x5, which came out at 14.5 points out of 20 possible points. This is a great puzzle for beginners and definitely is the best ShengShao replacement, and I would definitely recommend it even if you are not even a beginner because it's an awesome puzzle. The Ouchwang actually came in next at 15.5 points. It's a pretty good puzzle, but if you're gonna spend that much money on a 5x5, you might as well get the Hwachwang and not the Ouchwang, because this Ouchwang is just not as good. Then we have the Yuxin and the Hwachwang tying at 17.5 points. Both of these puzzles are very, very good, but I would recommend either one of them. The Hwachwang has a little bit of better performance than the Yuxin, but the Yuxin has a much better price and, in my opinion, a much better feel. So I hope you guys enjoyed this 5x5 comparison video. Comment what you want to see next on my channel, and thank you guys for watching. Bye.